You ever finally sit down, like really sit down, and that's the exact moment someone yells your name from the other room?
Oh, yeah, every time. It's like the universe knows. The second I get comfortable, someone needs a snack, the dog's barking, or my phone's ringing.
Exactly. And that's what this podcast is all about. Those little moments between chaos and calm, where you're just trying to breathe, but life keeps happening.
Welcome to I Just Sat Down, the podcast for moms, women, and multitaskers who do it all and somehow still manage to laugh about it.
I'm Desi, mom, entrepreneur, serial enthusiast, and fully committed to figuring it out as I go.
And I'm Crystal, multi-passionate entrepreneur, mom of chaos, coffee enthusiast, and believer that a good laugh can fix almost anything.
Every week, we're diving into the messy middle of life: parenting, work, relationships, identity, all the real, unfiltered stuff that no one warned us about.
We'll share stories, a few hard truths, and definitely some laughs, because if we can't laugh through it, we might just cry instead.
So, whether you're listening in the car, hiding in the bathroom, or actually lucky enough to sit down,
grab your coffee and let's get into it. Welcome to I Just Sat Down.
Hey, and welcome back to I Just Sat Down. My name is Desi, and I'm here with Crystal. Hey.
Hi, guys.
Today, we are chatting about a simple Christmas and learning to let go of the pressures and finding the magic within every stage, honestly. In this episode, we are slowing things right down and talking about creating a simple Christmas, one without pressure, the comparison, or the expectations of a Pinterest perfect holiday. We share how the idea of a luxurious Christmas no longer has a chokehold on us, and why embracing simplicity has actually brought more joy, more connection, and more magic to the season. We dive into what it feels like to choose peace over perfection, to give back in small but meaningful ways, and to soak in the moments with our families while our kids are still fully wrapped up in the wonder of Christmas. This conversation is your reminder that the holidays don't need to be overwhelming or overdone to be beautiful. And on that note, this is a disclaimer that this episode is not for the kids. So if you are with your kids, pause, get them out of the room. No, I'm just kidding. Just come back later to this episode, because I just don't want us to unintentionally mess up anybody's magical moments. And this might not be the episode for the kids to be around for. So thank you for joining us, but get them out of here.
We are so excited. I'm so excited to chat about this because Christmas is 100% my favorite holiday. It brings me so much joy. I think it's always a really busy season for me. But I've learned in the past like couple years to, make sure that I'm not taking on more than I can handle and making sure that I am intentionally spending those days with my family completely not working. I think in years past, I would still be kind of like working during the holidays, or people would ask me for like last minute photo shoots, like, hey, can you come on the 23rd and shoot my family? And it's like, um, no.
Yeah.
Love you. Maybe on the 23rd, but like 24th to like New Year's, I always try and be really intentional about not working. Everybody else gets a vacation. I
Yeah,
should too, even as a
absolutely.
self-employed woman. So, but I just love Christmas and I'm so excited to chat about this. So, where would you like to start?
So I definitely wish that I would have like decorated, because we are well past the time where I should have started, but I haven't. I did ask the older kid at one point, "Hey, can you bring up my Christmas stuff?" And that was a didn't work out. So I'll have to do it myself when I have time to do it myself. Um so one of the things that is something that was always weighing on my mind during Christmas time when the kids were little is the whole comparison thing. Obviously, comparison is a thief. It's something that we try not to do, but it's hard with social media, with when you see like the night before Christmas posts from your friends, and they have this, tree with gifts all the way up the tree, and these kids are going to wake up the next day and have like this big shock factor of like, oh my gosh, look at how many presents Santa's left for me. And in our home, it's, we have three kids, so yeah, there's a little bit more than there would be for one, but it's easy to look at what other people do for their families when it's posted on social media to be like, oh gosh, I feel like I'm not doing enough,
Right.
right?
That's actually a very good point though, because like you like if we're comparing ourselves, I'm buying stuff for one child. So you're gonna have enough Christmas presents underneath your tree for three children.
Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna look differently. If I don't know you have three children, I'm now looking at your post going, well, holy shit. Like in my head, that's all for one kid when really I'm just not thinking and seeing that entire picture, right?
Yeah, but even sometimes for that one kid, there's so much stuff, and you're just like, it's the balance of looking at something like that and being like, holy crap, that's unnecessary. Like,
Right.
why do you have that much stuff for one person? I mean, obviously the rest of the family too, but like, it's mostly for the kids. And then the other side of it is like, okay, that person probably works hard and this is something that they look forward to. And who gives a fuck what they do with their money if this is what they want to do? But yeah, it's hard when you see the things
Right.
on social media and you're like, we're going to have opinions in our heads based on what we believe, right?
Yeah. I mean, listen, when I was growing up, I remember that. Like, I remember, we would have our whole family together, all the cousins would be together, and that's a lot of us. And there would literally be presents filling almost half the room. Like these presents would come from the corner tree right out to the middle of the room. There would be so many presents. It was such a joy, such a 90s vibe Christmas. Like that was how I grew up. So for me wanting that for my son, I feel like I'm like, if I wrap these two things separately, he'll have more to open
Mm-hmm.
so that it looks like we have so much more, right? And I know my mom did that too. She was like, "Well, I'll just wrap this all separately." And then, and then their present opening
Yeah.
time is extended, right? Because we ripped through them without even knowing. But those are some of my like core memories as a kid is, sitting around my nan's kitchen table with my cousins, going through the wish list, like the
Sears.
Sears catalog,
Yeah.
like that is like a core memory for me. And you know what? I know that like we circled, good
Everything.
Lord, probably hundreds of things, right?
Yeah.
And when we started opening our present, like the thought of what we actually circled in the wish book has completely disappeared. It was just the joy of being able to like circle something and be like, oh, that would be cool to have. That would be cool to have. And I do remember it being such a chaotic time. Like I remember I have vivid memories of us all opening presents and it would just be chaos and there'd be, wrapping paper everywhere. And I remember one year specifically, we all got Game Boys, which was like a huge deal. Like that's a huge gift. Okay. We all got Game Boys. And I remember, I think there was only three of us at the time. I don't think my youngest cousin was born yet, and neither was my brother. So two of us had Game Boys and we're like playing them. And I remember my cousin being like, "Yeah, like can I have a turn?" And my mom was like, "Well, where's yours?" And he was like, I don't have it. And my nan was like, oh my God, like I know there's one for you. And I remember
Oh,
her like going into her closet, like ripping it all apart and then trying to find this missing Game Boy. They eventually found it, but that was like a normal thing for her to buy so many things that she would forget where she put it, forget to wrap it, whatever. Like we were a spoiled 90s Christmas family, 100%. And I don't want to do that to my kids. Like obviously I don't want to like spoil him to the point of like nothing, but I just want him to have that still that feeling about Christmas. So I'm definitely more of like, I think now I try and like intentionally spend time. Like, I don't think my mom ever came outside and built a snowman with us. She was like, it's cold. You guys go yourself. Whereas, like, I want to do that kind of stuff
Mhm.
with my kids more so and have those be the core memories instead of the presents and that chaos being that core memory. I don't know. It was chaos.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm kind of that mom that's like, it's cold out, let's hurry the fuck up.
Yeah. Yeah. That was my mom. She's still like that. Love her, but still like that.
Yeah. Yeah. And I love that like they did like it was your nan that bought the Game Boys.
Yes.
Yeah, I love that you guys have those memories because like you're not a spoiled brat. Like you're not one of these kids that like you might have had spoiled moments, sure. Like
For
or
sure.
special moments that happen like that, right? And same, like with my kids, we try to balance and like my mom always says, "Oh, with the kids for their birthdays, we try to do a little bit more because at Christmas it's a lot going on. There's a lot more stuff to like buy and do and
Yeah.
whatever." Um when we were little, there was like I had split Christmases and I remember at my dad's, it was like there was four of us growing up together, and he would say, each Christmas, one kid would get the big gift. Okay. I was the youngest, so it never made it to me.
I was gonna say that's very interesting.
Yeah. So I remember like one year my oldest brother got like this gigantic boombox, the giant stereo that would he was whatever. And
Right.
then the next year, my dad's other son got a rabbit. And then the following year, my other brother got again like a CD player or a Discman or something with all the CDs. And it's funny because he wanted Snoop Dogg "Murder Was the Case," but he accidentally got Ace of Base.
I love it.
Yeah. And like those things I remember, like the silly things like that, I probably remember a little bit more. When I started doing Christmas, because I don't think I did Christmas with my mom when I was little until I was like maybe 9 or 10, maybe. Um, and I remember she really wanted to get me Beauty and the Beast, this DVD, or sorry, VHS of Beauty
Yep.
and the Beast. And my dad also got me the exact same one. So that was fun. And then I really wanted this doll that you could like put, it was called Tattoodles. You can put tattoos on it and you
Okay.
could put tattoos on yourself. But because I had sensitive skin, I didn't get that. So my mom ended up buying me this doll that was pregnant and gave birth to this baby, and you would feed the baby water out of this bottle and it would literally pee in the diaper. So I don't know if that changed my life from I could have been a girly with all the tattoos to I'm just, the mom.
Oh my God. That's so funny. The
But
shit he had in the 90s. Okay,
yeah,
guys.
yeah. And I feel like there was like meltdowns and whatever else. Like there was like for me it was more like my 80s Christmas things I remember like when I was little. Those were
Right.
like the memories that were like my innocent and pure loving memories that I have like good memories of. And then I'm trying to like I don't think I take anything of my childhood and bring it into my kids other than like making sure that they have precious memories, I guess, right? Like I
Right.
want to make sure that they have good memories of everything. Um I think when we were talking about like the comparison thing, it's just like figuring out to not let the pressures of those luxurious, like how you're saying with the Game Boys, like that's I guess that was kind of like a luxury then, right? At that
Yeah,
time, it was like the big game of the year, probably. And that is a big deal. And then
absolutely.
now it's like, $1,000 PlayStations. And
Yeah.
I don't
You know
even
what?
know what it is right now.
I feel like my mom always did a really good job of like our Santa gifts were never the big things.
Same.
Like she always kind of made like obviously Santa would bring us something that we wanted, but it was like if my little brother asked for, I don't even it was PlayStation, then asked for a PlayStation, like Santa wasn't bringing PlayStation. Santa might bring a game, but like my mom and dad were writing mom and dad on that
We are
PlayStation,
claiming
right?
that. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and I think that's where I think social media has helped a lot in the sense of understanding that not all families are giving PlayStations for Christmas, right? So
Yeah.
let's not make those things the big Santa gifts so that when your school-aged kids head off to school after Christmas break, they're not thinking, well, Santa brought me a doll and brought, Billy a brand new bike or a brand new PlayStation or
Mhm.
whatever, right? So I think social media has done a okay job in like bringing that to life because, you know, I don't think that parents really thought about that stuff in the 90s. It was just kind of like, it's Christmas, it's whatever. Now there's just so much more that goes into it.
There was no
I mean, and
comparison back
obviously
then.
there's yeah, no, right? There's so many different cultures in the school now too, right? So you're
Mhm.
having maybe not as many conversations about Christmas. I don't really know because I'm not a kid in school, but and I don't have one. So, but I would assume that there's probably a little bit more talk about different cultures, different things that people are doing rather than just like the Santa conversation, which when I was in school, it was, what did Santa bring you? That was like the first question that was asked when we got back
Yeah.
from winter break, right?
Yeah.
So maybe teachers aren't allowed to ask that now. They're not allowed
Yeah.
to do much. So,
Yeah. I think it's also like navigating those conversations too, right? Like whenever a kid would come home and say like, "Oh, so and so got luxurious insert name here
yeah,
for Christmas," and we would or from Santa, we would navigate that by saying like, "Oh, maybe they thought that that one was from Santa, maybe that one wasn't necessarily from Santa, but maybe they got
right,
something else," right? Like it's like trying to figure out how to say the things or like oh, that's really cool. I don't like how do you even approach that kind of stuff, right?
yeah,
Like I feel like you just have to navigate it in the moment in your own way that makes sense for your family. For us, it's
yeah.
saying, no, that kid's lying. That didn't happen. That did
You know what?
not
I
happen.
think that's a really good transition into for me because I am definitely not doing this elf on the shelf thing. Like, I
Yeah.
just, at this time in my life, I just don't have the capacity to add anything else onto my plate during this time. So, like, I've already got the narrative going. I've already decided that, like, our elf is working because,
Mm,
they have to be, somebody's got to be at the North Pole, somebody's got
yeah.
to have this shit on lock. And our elf just, he's working.
He's a working elf.
So he's, he's a working elf. He's not coming.
Yeah.
And I don't know what else to tell you.
If you want to play ball, you can always just print off a little certificate and say, this is your elf and this is his name and whatever, and he just never comes here. Or he
Oh,
visits when you're sleeping and you never see him.
yeah, he just can't be here. I
Peeks
don't know.
in. Or you're such a good child that you don't actually need one of those elves checking in on you.
Right?
That's when my
Exactly.
kids, my like we have one that I started, dummy. And then a second one appeared whenever my youngest got older and my middle child, so my oldest
Girl.
is 14 and we still have very much magical innocence in our family where my oldest has never come to me with a conversation of Christmas, of like any questions about the elf or Santa or any of the magical things.
I
So
never
we just
did
like to
either.
keep going. Yeah, we just like to keep going. And same with like Tooth Fairy and all of the things that come along with that, right? And my middle child, the 1 year, had come to me and asked me about the elves. And I said, yes, we help the elves move around the house and we help them do the things. And she was like, can I help? Can I do it? And I was like, oh my God, yes, you can.
Absolutely.
So now it's her job and she gets to stay up a little bit later over those. I when I was doing it on my own, the elves would come a week or two before Christmas
Right.
because 24 days is a long time. A lot of ideas
Absolutely.
and I'm
Why do
not
you
that
think all
great
these elves
mentally.
break their legs,
Yeah.
break their
Yeah.
arms? So
Yeah.
they're
And
just
it's hard because sometimes they don't go anywhere one night and they're still in the same place when you wake up and it's
right.
always fun and
Yeah,
whatever.
I know. I
But
know.
but yeah, the
I
elf
think
on the
I
shelf is something that like it's good if it's something that you're willing to continue to take part in every year until they no longer want to do it.
absolutely
Um I don't know. I just felt like two was like a good balance if we wanted to do like partner things and
right.
not three. There's no freaking way.
No.
Anyways, I just tell them they're not bad enough for a third.
Yeah, that's perfect. I do like I think that for us, the magic of Christmas morning and all of that stuff lasted extra long, in our house because, I was 18 when my sister was born. So, you know, obviously I was kind of like your son. I didn't really ask questions. Jake was so born 9 years after me. So like I was only 9 when he was born. So I was already kind of getting maybe up there in those ages. I still never asked my mom. I never asked her like if is this real? Like I just rolled with it and it was always still fun. And then I think it was around when I was in high school and my mom was kind of like, okay. Like
We need to talk.
you know what's up, right? And I was like, I know, but we're still gonna do it for Jake. So why ruin the magic? Like we just kind of kept going and we never really discussed it. And then when my youngest sister was born, it was just kind of like the same thing. It was like, okay, well, here we go. Like we now have to make the magic for her. And it was the same thing for Jake. Like he needed to keep going just as I did for him, right? So there was magic for a lot of years. And it's funny because when started dating anyone, I was always like, listen, like I have younger siblings. So no matter what, I'm at home on Christmas morning. I wake up on Christmas morning with my mom and dad every year. I have for 37 years. I woke up with, no, sorry, 36 years. I woke up with them every single year until last year. That was the very first year that we as a family stayed in our own home and woke up here on Christmas morning, which was super, super special. And I love it. I'm happy we did that. We will again do it this year because now we
Mhm.
have like our own family and he gets it and he understands it. And it's
It's fun.
so much fun, right?
Mhm.
It was also fun waking up with my mom and dad for all of that time. Like we always had, my dad would make French toast in the morning. It was always like such a fun and enjoyable experience. So I just kept it going. But when I got together with Dave, his family doesn't celebrate Christmas.
Mhm.
So that was conversations, long conversations that we had to have. And I think that did reel me in a little bit in providing maybe more of a simpler Christmas instead of going, totally crazy on the presents and everything. I still have to rein myself in every once in a while, but I think also I tried extra hard to make the holidays a special time because he didn't have that. So he didn't understand. And I remember our first conversation about us having kids. He was like, I will not I would not do that with my kids. I would not lie to them about Santa. And I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. I was like,
Nobody's
it's not
lying.
lying. It's magical for fuck's
Yeah.
sake.
Yeah.
Okay. And we
It's
had
fun.
we had a few conversations about this because he wasn't sure if it was something that he wanted. And I'm like, listen, this is an absolute non-negotiable for me. Like, we don't have to talk about, like the spiritual side of it, like the
Yeah.
church and all that stuff. Like I don't go to church on
No,
Christmas.
me
I
neither.
don't do any of that stuff.
Yeah.
Um, I used to do that all the time. I used to go with my nan every Christmas Eve. But, it's just, you grow up, things change, things shift, right? But doing Santa and having that magical experience was a non-negotiable for me. And one of the traditions that Dave and I have actually done together every year since we've been together is go and cut down our own Christmas tree.
Love
And
it.
that was something I never
Same.
did with my family
Mhm.
because my mom was like, I think we had a real tree like maybe a couple years, maybe once or twice. I don't even really remember us having a real tree because A, they're expensive, they're more expensive, and B, my mom, we always had cats and like they would just get knocked over or I think my mom always had a fear around them too, just like fire if you don't keep them you know, hydrated
Moisture or
water,
hydrated.
whatever
Yeah,
it
yeah,
is,
yeah.
right? So I think there was always like a little bit of fear around that, and a real fear. I don't diminish that at all, but I think it was just something that we never did, and I was like, what are we going to do to make our Christmases kind of special? So every year we went and got our real Christmas tree, and I love that tradition for us.
I love that
It's
you're making new traditions with your family and that
right
Dave is on board with the things that you are enjoying. Like it's kind of like a coming to a happy medium because men
for
love
sure.
cutting down trees, I'm sure, right?
Right? Manly. And I think too, like, I think now, especially with just waking up with on Christmas morning, he definitely sees that, it's magic. It's
Yeah.
absolutely magical, right? And like our son is absolutely obsessed with the Grinch. Like you cannot, we've watched it already. It's what is it, November something, and we've watched
Yeah.
it
We
a
love the
lot.
Grinch. Yeah.
We love it. The cartoon Grinch, scary
Yeah.
Grinch is what he calls Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Like we've watched them all. We have them all. So it's just a fun time. It's such a special time. And every time I ask him what he wants for Christmas, he says a red sleigh for Santa. So we're giving
Yeah.
Santa gifts. He doesn't even want anything. I'm like, I don't know.
That's see, thoughtless, just they're
Thoughtless. I love
thoughtful.
it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Um, so that was one of the things that I wanted to talk about too, is like creating free-ish memories or cheaper memories, right? So something like you were saying with watching The Grinch, like doing movie nights at home and making like um Christmas desserts and treats and stuff like that, like doing like popcorn and the little Christmas bars. And we always do Christmas crack because Corey can't get enough. And it's
Right?
literally like soda crackers and sugar and butter and drizzled chocolate. And it is really
Uh,
good. It's I can't eat too much because it drives me nuts and hurts my teeth. But like making hot chocolate and driving around to look at the Christmas lights and decorations. That's
I
something that
love
we
that.
yeah, that's something we did it the first couple of years when they were little, and then I'm like, I mean, it's nice to do it for sure. I think when we had the pickup truck, it was nice because we were higher up and we're just doing our thing driving around town. Now it's like
Yeah.
every time we're driving from somewhere, I feel like we do it from when the lights go up to when they come down. We're always like, oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. No matter how many times we've driven by that house, we're like, oh, look. Oh, look.
I know.
For
I love
months.
it.
Yeah.
I
And
think
then,
one for us is we always decorate gingerbread houses. Like we always do that together.
yes.
That's always fun. We tried to do it last year with the boys, and it was it'll be better this year.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like
Do they
we're
just eat it?
talking, well, yes, but it was more just like he just wanted the candy and then trying to do the icing, and they would like knock it over, and I'm like, oh goodness.
Yeah. The
But
Kit Kat ones are good too. The Kit Kat little houses or whatever.
I would like to try the Kit Kat ones. Yeah,
They
we're
kind of
three
melt,
now,
but
so it's hopefully
yeah.
going to be a better year.
Yeah. Another one I was gonna say was Christmas crafts. So that's kind of goes with the gingerbread house, but doing things. I was thinking, yeah, Christmas crafts and just doing cute little things with them that are creating those childhood memories for them in a good way. And I mean, with siblings, no matter what the hell we do, they're arguing by the end of it anyways, or somebody's crying, but but
Yeah.
hopefully they remember the good parts of it.
We love to go outside and like do like the little toboggan, and we're definitely gonna teach him how to skate this year. That's like the big thing.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, because he loves ball hockey, right?
He
So
loves ball hockey.
getting on
So, and
skates.
he talks about skating all the time.
I think I might have a
Last
trainer
year,
if
I
you need
think
that.
we had him on skates last year a couple of times. And he did okay, but I don't think he really understood exactly how to do it. So
Yeah.
this year it'll be better for
Yeah.
sure because he can
We
communicate more.
yeah, we waited a very long time to get my kids on skates, so we're still like a doe or baby deer
Maybe
on
dear.
skates. Yeah, but yeah, we're getting better. They look forward to it a little bit more. Um I wanted to also talk about simple ways to give back around Christmas time because Christmas is, I feel like, more about giving than receiving. Um, especially as a mom, you're giving every day of your life. But when it comes to Christmas memories with the kids, I feel like it's so important for them to see what it feels like to give instead of just being like, oh, I want this, I want this, I want this, I can't wait to get this, and this. Especially as they get into the like teenage years, they're like, oh, my oldest will not give me a list. Like he has not given me a simple idea as to what the heck to even get him. So I don't know if he's just like hoping for money or what it is, but I'm like, give me some ideas so that we can give it to grandmas. Like I just made them Christmas wish lists on Amazon so
Yeah.
that we have ideas for when grandparents ask. I'm like, I don't know if you need to buy like a toy or if you need to buy something that they could use, here's the ideas. Um, in concern of like giving back, I always think about how there's the option to adopt a family, but then it gets intimidating because it can be a very expensive process if you're adopting a whole family and you're also struggling or trying to get by in this day with your own family, right? So either adopting a family with a group of friends, a group of different families that you know want to do this kind of thing, put it together for one family. Um, so what we're doing this year is we've adopted a senior. There was a lady that was looking to, I guess she does this for like over 1,000 seniors get donations at Christmas time with this program. And yeah, and it was cute because one of the things that she had said is like seniors don't get the gifts that they would actually like because they're looked at like, oh, they're old, they just want sweaters and puzzles, you know?
Blankets.
Yeah, blankets because they're cold. Which, they like stuffed animals, right? And I thought that was so sweet because I'm always looking at the jelly cats for my kids. I'm like, they're fucking expensive. But you know who would appreciate a jelly cat? An older man who, doesn't get stuff like that. And I thought that it was really sweet. I'm like, give me the list of like the needs, but also like what are his
A lot.
hobbies? What does he like? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really sweet. We've never done this before. I've always been in scarcity and I've always been too worried about like, we don't have enough. How am I supposed to give extra? Right.
Mhm.
But this year I'm leaving it in the universe's hands to provide me everything that I need to provide for this man as well. But another way that you could give back is food banks, coat drives, toy drives. These are all little ways of helping in the long run. At one point in my life, I lived in a youth shelter, and at Christmas time, seeing those like small little things come through. Like we would get a basket of like clothing or like care items or whatever, but you would also get these other little things that people were so thoughtful to just put in. And it's like, it wasn't just one person, it was a bunch of people just putting in little things. So when I see those, the toy drives happening or something like adopting a senior or adopting a family, those actually truly affect people in a positive way. Although TikTok sometimes will have you thinking that people are ungrateful and shit.
Right.
Don't worry about those people. Those are not the majority of who's receiving these things.
Yes. And I think it's like notable to say that when you like I'm part of Girls That Give in Barrie,
Mm-hmm.
and it is we pick a charity every quarter and donate money to them. And so it's a quarterly donation that I've signed up for. But I think it's important to note that like these charities come and present to us, and they kind of tell you like where exactly your money's going and how much it costs for certain things. And when you look at the big picture, like your $10 donation, if everybody's doing that, does so much, right? So don't think that, oh, I can only give $10, so I'm not going to bother. It's so important. Like every single dollar counts. And when everybody does that, it just makes that much bigger of an impact, right? Um, so yeah, I think just doing anything, even volunteering. That costs literally nothing. To just go and volunteer in your community. And there are so many charities. You just need to get on Google and find them.
Or put yourself out there on Facebook. People will come and find you.
Yeah, absolutely. They will for sure. So true.
Um, and then with building traditions, it's important to build a tradition that aligns with your family. Don't give into the pressures of social media. Don't try to force what the social media things are selling to you because influencers are everywhere and there's always these big Christmas lists. I actually wanted to do one
Oh
of these
yeah.
videos for so long and I'm like, shit, maybe I shouldn't do this. I think that maybe we can get into some rapid fire before we get cut off here because I love this
Absolutely.
conversation and we could literally talk about this, I feel like, for 8 episodes.
Okay.
Um, so
Okay.
number one, What is one tradition that you've let go of without regret?
Ooh. Um, okay, well, I've only done it for 1 year, but I think like staying home last Christmas and waking up here on Christmas morning, that was hard. That was hard for me to let go of. I've literally woken up with my parents for 36 years. That's a long damn time.
Yeah.
Um, so, but it was so beautiful and it was just so nice to see the little man come downstairs and just get to be the magic because my mom was always the magic, and now I get to do it. Not
Yeah.
that I didn't do it at her house as well, but it's just different. It's
It's
just
different.
different in your own home. Yeah.
Yeah.
So no
Um,
regrets there.
no, good. Yeah, it's nice doing the new things and finding that they're actually bringing you more joy.
Yes.
For me, it's not opening a present before Christmas. A lot of families will do like Christmas Eve, which I love that they do stuff like that, or they'll do like jammies, which is also something that's very special, doing Christmas jammies before Christmas so they can go to sleep in them and wake up in them. And we've tried doing the different things. I've tried doing like the 12 books of Christmas before, like leading up to Christmas night. Um, but
Oh, that's cute.
yeah, yeah. And
Enters
then
new tradition.
yeah, 12 days of Christmas, 12 books of Christmas. But there, I've just let go of any pressures prior to Christmas Day, trying to just let it be. And then Christmas Day, it feels like there's a lot going on already.
Right.
What's one new tradition that you want to start this year?
I think that's perfect. We have quite a few Christmas books already. So
Yeah.
I feel like maybe I will put all our Christmas books into like a basket and then every night leading up to Christmas we can pick out one. So we're not
Yeah.
unwrapping, doing all because I don't have time to wrap 12 books.
Yeah.
It's not even December. I'm not even attempting to put that on my plate, but I think that would be a really cute thing. Just like bring out a little basket and be like, these are our 12 Christmas books. We're going to read one every night.
Well, I have a wrapping station if you need anything wrapped.
Perfect. I will let you know if I get behind.
my my thing is I thought about doing like a craft night where the kids could make each other gifts,
Oh,
right?
that's
Like,
perfect.
yeah, because I always try to be like, okay, this kid come with me and like you can buy your siblings something, but
Right.
then it doesn't work out. I end up just buying the things, putting their name, and I'm like, oh, this is from so and so. And then they're like, oh, wow, I did great.
Salt
uh,
dough ornaments. We did that 1 year and that was super fun. We did the boys, like obviously your kids are a little bit bigger, so they might just make something out of salt
yeah,
dough, but we did like footprints of the boys and we gave them to the grandparents and we gave them to my mom and dad. So
yeah,
they have like the little tiny
that's
footprint.
cute.
Yeah,
Aw,
so cute.
I love that. What is one thing that used to stress you out at Christmas that no longer does?
I think the overwhelm, like now that we're all adults, like meaning my sisters and stuff, we don't do. I think the past couple of years we've done just like a secret Santa, so we just each
Oh, nice.
get one thing. But this year we're not even doing that. We're just like, it's fine. We're just
Yeah.
gonna come together and have dinner, and we're obviously still gonna do little gifts for like my nephew and my niece, but
Mhm.
nothing super crazy. We're just keeping it really simple this year with the family. So it's you've seen the world. It's a tough year. So less pressures on people to spend money. And realistically, a $50 gift, like that's usually what we do. And like there's really
It's
not
a
much for
lot.
$50 that I don't
Yeah.
purchase myself. I was
Right.
stressed out trying to think of what to tell them to buy
Mm-mm.
when really it's like, let's just not. How
Yeah.
about we just not? Love you.
Hmm.
We'll give hugs instead of gifts. It's fine.
That's fine. I used to put so much time and effort into each gift. I used to think about the person who I was buying for, and I used to put so much like effort, and I would stress myself out to the point of like, oh my God, this is finally I found the perfect gift. And they would open it, and I'd be like, why aren't they as excited as I was when I bought it? And then it
Right.
used to hurt my feelings so much in my own little head that I was like, fuck it, everybody's getting gift cards. Or like, like everybody loves gift cards, so it's not a bad thing. It was just like I would think like, oh, this person loves this character and I found this unique thing about this. I've
Right.
always been like that though, even like buying my siblings things with their names on them as a child that they hated.
Yeah. That just means you're a good gift giver then.
And then I just stopped because it just ruined me. So I don't stress about that stuff anymore. And I've learned to stop giving a fuck about a lot of things in life.
Right.
So that helps when it comes to like gift giving. So
Makes
it's
the
like
holidays a
less
little less
stress.
stressful. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, so what is one thing that brings you instant Christmas calm?
Oh my goodness. The light, like the tree lights, like when I have the tree set up and the lights are on and it's dark and it's cozy and the tree is the only thing lit,
Mhm.
chef's kiss. I'm in.
The
I'm
Christmas
happy.
ambiance.
All these people who like put their tree up in, you know, no early November, like I get it. I
Yeah.
totally get it. We never decorated until like after Remembrance Day. And so I just don't out of not even that I don't want to, it's just out of sheer like I don't have the time and patience.
Yeah.
But catch me the first week of January still like loving that ambiance of the tree lights. Like usually
Mm,
second week of January, everyone else's house is like completely clean and Christmas free and I'm just like
it's fine. It's
it's
good.
fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
Usually other things have been started to be put away, but the tree's usually like the last thing to go because I just
Yeah.
love
Yeah.
it.
The
And it
Christmas
just sits on our porch.
ambiance.
So
Uh,
until some because we have like the a full floor that it has to go
yeah.
down, right? So usually it just goes boop outside onto the porch and sits there until the spring. Let's be
Yeah.
real. Fine.
That's okay.
So take
We
the
don't,
people we are. Okay.
yeah, we don't judge. We don't judge. The thing that brings me the most calm around Christmas, I think, is just summer is like go, 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 being outside, doing all the things all the time. And when the snow hits and it's Christmas, I love to just be at home in my safe little bubble. Yeah. And
I'm
just
happy.
yeah, just being warm and cozy, watching all of the Christmas movies. My youngest, it was her birthday the other night, so she got to pick what movie she wanted to watch while we ate whatever it was. Oh, she wanted buffalo chicken wings for dinner.
Of course.
So she picked Home Alone, and that was like just beautiful and wonderful. And everybody will sit and watch because we all love. I was gonna say,
Absolutely.
I got my Christmas sweater on Home Alone somewhere on there.
I love it. I know I should
All
have
of the
worn
Christmas
mine
movies.
today. I have my Hallmark watching sweater and I love
Oh,
it.
yeah, yeah, all the Christmas things all the time.
Oh
I love
yeah.
it. Um, what is the most overrated part of Christmas, do you feel like?
I think like I mean, I love getting gifts. It's definitely one of my love languages.
Yeah,
Obviously, who doesn't really?
yeah.
Especially from people who like know you and when they do that really special gift, it's so
Yeah.
special and I appreciate it so much.
Right, right, right.
But my favorite thing about Christmas is literally family. So I'm so excited because one of my aunts has actually decided to host a my dad's side of the family Christmas this year. And you guys, I've never been more excited because this is the first time that I think we've all gotten together since like COVID.
Oh
Like we've
wow.
been together, sorry, not for Christmas though.
Mhm.
And we used to get together for Christmas every single year. So it's going to be really special. There obviously not everybody's going to be there. We're missing two really special grandparents, of course, but a lot of the family's going to be there and I am so excited that I just get to like see all their faces at my favorite time of year. It's just like a really special thing and everyone's getting older and everyone's having kids and it's just like it's going to be absolute fucking chaos. Like I'll just say that right now. I'll probably have an internal mini heart attack because there's just going to be so much. And I find ever since I've become a mom, I don't really do well when there's a lot going on. But I think that's definitely the thing that I am looking forward to the most this year, just to be with family, just to, I think as we get older too, you think about, so much can happen in a year, right?
Hmm.
So it's just like, it's such a special time. Like, hug your loved ones, tell them you love them, you know, make it known,
Hmm.
and yeah. What about you?
Um, oh gosh, the most overrated part of Christmas for me is probably like we said earlier, the elves, like the things like that, they are very overrated. They're like always in your face and all over the place and whatever else. Um, yeah, the traditions are great. The creativity is fun, but I feel
Yeah.
like doing things like that can be very overrated because it's just like everywhere. And also like the most viral gift of the year kind of thing. Like remember Tickle Me
Right.
Elmo, the chaos of that, like things
Yeah.
like that, very
People
overrated
like
because
just moving people at the stores trying to get
yeah.
to this one thing, or like people buying up these gifts and then reselling them online for
Oh
thousands
yeah.
of dollars. Like that stuff is disgusting to me. I think
Yeah.
that that's really gross and unfortunate for the people who, have, one kid who only wants that one thing, and now you
Yeah.
have to disappoint your kid because you can't get it. So that
Yeah.
stuff is like, yeah, gross about Christmas.
Yeah. I think of
But yeah,
Jingle All the Way. Jingle All the Way, that
yes.
movie.
Yeah, for sure.
uh Gifts wrapped perfectly or thrown in bags?
Ooh, I'm a rapper. I'm
Yes.
definitely a rapper. Even if it's like something that is so this sucks to wrap, I'll
Mm.
still try and wrap it.
Yeah.
If I wrap it shittily, because shittily, is that a word?
Yeah.
I'm
I
not
use it.
sure.
Yep.
If I wrap it and it looks like shit, sometimes I'll like pop that into a bag to make it like pretty, but then they'll have to
Mm.
open the bag and then unwrap the gift and
Okay,
all this.
okay.
But I'm definitely a wrapper for sure.
Yeah, I'll usually shove it in a box and then wrap the box, no
Oh, of
matter.
course.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but sometimes like I feel like with like kids stuff, like
It's
sometimes they're
always
just like
awkward.
super awkward. It's like,
Yeah.
why? Make this normal, please. But yeah.
What is one thing that you refuse to overspend on this year?
Um, Again, I think just like gifts in general. Um,
Hmm.
I think in years past, like I always try and go like above and beyond, give like the best gift, even though sometimes it probably wasn't like the most smart thing financially.
Mm.
I would still try and do it because it's Christmas and it's special and it needs to be done, right?
Yeah.
Um, and now I'm just like, it's not. So we don't need to overspend. Um,
100%. Please do not go broke at Christmas. Do not take a loan out for Christmas. Over the
right?
years, I've definitely done stuff like that where I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I'll just max out my credit cards and whatever else because it's Christmas every year. This is what you do. We're
Guys,
not
we
doing that
live,
anymore.
no, exactly. But also, like, we live in Canada. We live in Ontario, which is the shittiest place to be in January. So if you're also broke and in tons of debt because of Christmas, January is gonna be that much sadder for you. Don't do
Mhm.
that to yourself, you know? Just
Yeah.
just just don't. And I think too, like, I think people forget that gifts can also be experiences, like, buy those for my kids instead of spending money on, the toys that are literally sitting downstairs right now that I'm like, should I get rid of these? Because
Yeah.
just to make room.
We do that. We do
Yeah,
that every year too. I mean, we don't now that they're a little bit older, but every year it was, oh, we gotta clear out the toy box because you know that things are coming in now because at Christmas time, that's what family wants to do is they want to buy the kids gifts and stuff and
oh
our
my
toys
God.
and stuff. And
Yeah,
it's fun and exciting and we do the things and it's not, I don't think that that's part of the consumerism. I think that's part of literal childhood. Like you get
yes,
toys and toys are fun and that's fine. Um,
absolutely.
so I don't want to just throw that out there, but I feel like yeah, we all do it, and
We all
it's
do it.
I'm gonna normalize that. That's normal to clean out your toy box, knowing that more shit's coming in, and we'll do
Absolutely.
it again around birthdays, and then we do it again around Christmas every single year.
I mean, I definitely had this experience just last week. I went to take a whole bunch of stuff to like the kids store, and
Yeah,
I got there at like 12 and they were already stopped doing like taking donations, and I was like, "What?" And she was like, "Oh yeah. We have like 20 to 40 people show up here every morning. We stop our donations about an hour after we open." And I was blown away. And then I went there the next day because I wanted to call her bluff a little bit. She was not lying. There was a lineup at the
oh my
door to
god.
donate things, which I think is like, on the one hand, it's amazing.
Yeah.
But also, I think it's just the time of year and people are trying to purge and get rid of stuff before more stuff comes in. Ah, consumerism.
Yeah. Or
Love
maybe
that.
they need the money, right? Because you get
Yep.
a little bit of
Yeah,
money
that's
for it,
true.
right?
Yeah, you do get money.
Um,
So.
do you usually shop early or last minute?
Used to be a last minute shopper for sure.
Yeah.
Um, Now I try not to shop too early because if I shop too early, then I buy too much stuff because I forget what I've bought.
Right.
So I am a usually December shopper. I have bought a couple of things already, but yeah, I definitely try not to do super last minute, but also not too early because then I overspend.
I have a spreadsheet in my notes app of everyone's name.
Well, link the spreadsheet, girl. Like,
Yeah, everyone's name goes into a box, and beside it is like Christmas ideas, and then what I've already purchased. Because
moms
otherwise,
with three kids.
otherwise,
Yeah,
oldest gets one present and youngest gets 12.
right. Yeah,
That'll be a
yeah,
whole
because
lot.
some people are a lot easier to purchase for, right?
Yeah, the little ones I find are easier because they would be happy with anything sparkly and shiny, whereas the older ones just like, cool, thanks.
Cool. Cool,
I mean,
man.
my kids are I gotta be grateful. My kids are pretty easy. They've always been pretty easy with gifts. They've never asked for like expensive, luxurious things. They don't
As good
ask
as
for
you
big
go.
things. And they are also very understanding and knowing. We don't talk about like our money story very often, but they're aware of how you make money and where most of our bills get that funded.
Yep.
Where they don't expect a lot. So they'll say, here are the things that I would like. I understand if I maybe get one of those things. And
Right.
then, yeah, I'll individually wrap your socks also. So you're welcome.
Absolutely.
Um, what's the only thing that you'll say no to this season?
Um, you go first. I don't know.
Well, I'm learning my boundaries. So anything that makes me uncomfortable, which would be driving in the snow. So, I think for me, it's just if the weather is crappy, I have to be okay with feeling safe and being home, not risking that. Um,
Yeah, that's a good one.
yeah.
I don't I don't know. I just think maybe like the work thing is still like that's a hard boundary that I am still trying to learn how to flex because I want you to have your family memories captured. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I am, I know how important it is. I also know that some families only get to see each other around the holidays. So
Mm-hmm.
everyone's home on the 23rd, and then now you're asking me to come and do your photos, which I'm not opposed to, but I think it just needs to fit into my schedule, making sure that, I haven't committed to something else on that
Mm-hmm.
day and making sure that it does work if I'm going to say yes.
And
So,
please don't ask her to edit them in the next day or two.
yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. I might come and shoot your Christmas photos, but like don't ask for them to be ready for your Christmas card. Because I
Okay.
think the cutoff for that is like the 20th or something. I don't know.
Right, right. Okay, I'm gonna get into the last one here, but before I do, I just wanted to say that because we were talking about love languages on a previous episode, and then you were talking about who doesn't love gifts, and I'm gonna say apparently Corey, because every question that I had asked him, it was like we did a couple different love language tests because I didn't really know which one was the right one. So if you have like a good one, send it to me. But every question that would be like, would you rather somebody, take over a chore, or would you rather somebody buy this, this, and this? At every single question, it was the other, whatever the other one was, opposed to gifts. And I was like, okay, do you actually not like when people buy you things? He's like, I don't need shit. Stop buying me things. And I'm like, I try to like, and I don't think it's like respecting him by not doing it. I think we still do the things because it's part of my love language to buy and do and whatever. So I still respect myself and let him open things and whatever. And we usually just say it's from the kids.
Yeah,
So when we get him stuff at Christmas time, like I'll get him things that he either I know he will need or use or replenish. Like if he likes a certain one thing, I'll just keep buying that for him because I know that he likes to keep
right.
using it.
Yeah.
Um, and then like a hoodie, like something simple, right? And I'm like, this is from this kid. So he gets 3 things every Christmas from each kid, and then that's it. And he's
Right.
happy and we're good.
Love it.
Okay, so the last question is one word to describe the Christmas season that you are trying to create this year.
Magical.
Aw, that's very special.
Yeah.
I think for us, it's just simple, like what this episode is, just creating
Yeah.
a simple Christmas. And I think it's good to teach my kids that a simple Christmas is all that you truly need, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, it's important to really lock in about family and love and spending quality time and like that's what the holidays are about, Like, you know, people who have 9 to 5 jobs, that's why they get a break at Christmas,
Mhm.
It's to spend time with your family. That's the whole point.
Maybe that's why we look forward to those, those couple of days around Christmas and New Year's because we literally get to lose ourselves in the nothingness.
Yes.
And the nothingness is such a beautiful place to
It's
be
beautiful.
sometimes.
I don't know what day it is. I don't know what time it is. Don't
Yeah.
ask me any questions.
Yeah.
Love it. I can stay in
Yeah.
my pajamas. I don't because I like to get dressed up at
Yeah.
Christmas, but
See, we still have clients that have services done between those days. So I still have to know what day it is, unfortunately, fortunately, unfortunately, grateful.
yeah.
But yeah. Okay, so I want to end this by saying that the holidays come with so much noise, pressure, and expectation. If you ever felt like you're not doing enough, this episode will help you recenter on what truly matters: connection, gratitude, giving back, and being present with the people that you love. So if you're craving a calmer, simpler holiday season, we wish that for you and for ourselves.
Yes, absolutely.
And from my family, and I'm sure from yours as well,
Of
we
course.
wish you a very Merry Christmas.
Yes. Merry Christmas, guys.
And
Thanks
don't
for listening.
and don't blow your savings.
No. Bye.
Bye. Well, that went by fast. Kind of like every quiet moment we try to have in real life.
Right? I swear I just sat down and now it's already time to get back up again.
Story of our lives. But before we head back into the chaos, thank you so much for hanging out with us today.
We hope this episode made you laugh, think, or at least reminded you that you're not the only one trying to hold it all together.
Because none of us really have it figured out. We're all just doing our best, one cup of coffee and one deep breath at a time.
If you enjoyed this episode, hit that follow or subscribe button so you never miss when we finally get to sit down again.
And share it with a friend who could use a little reminder that it's okay to take a break, because she deserves it too.
You can find us over on Instagram and TikTok at ijustsatdown.podcast. We love hearing from you, your stories, your wins, and even your "you won't believe what happened to me today" moments.
Next week, we're diving into friendships and motherhood.
It's going to be a good one, so get comfy because by the time you finally sit down, we'll be right here with you.